All right. So we all know Greece, right? Is anyone who doesn't? Let's see.
Hey, you. What do you want?
I want to see the sun.
I want an escape.
You there?
An office with a beach view.
I want a natural town.
You?
I want to taste real food.
Something well-aged.
And you?
I want to relax.
I want peace.
All you want is Greece.
So Greece is not only about sea, sun, and food. Greece is also about business. And this is what we will talk about. I come from a 24-year entrepreneurial career, and I have built an ecosystem of businesses providing different services in a one-stop shop spot. And this gathered a lot of experience, has gathered a lot of export experience. We are already there. So what do we understood by having the cornerstone with Generation Y on digital transformation? Let's see Greece outlook. So Greece is approximately 11 million people, and we live a lot because of the good food, obviously. 16th largest economy in EU, a high-income economy with a 240 billion GDP. The economy is actually bouncing back from the crisis, and it's going really, really well. Unemployment is down, inflation is being fixed. In the same time, we show resilience. We see all sectors right now booming. We can see that from the smallest business to the biggest, there is a lot of business right now. So we have an ongoing growth on GDP. We are going well with an inflation. We are going very well with the RRF. A lot of money are going to be thrown into the market, into the real economy. And this means that the innovation, sustainability, the efficiency, and the productivity will go high. Here you can see some graphs regarding how the economy is going right now. So it's becoming the place to invest. The three drivers right now, it's tourism, obviously, private consumption, and investments. We have some of the highest foreign and domestic investments right now happening in the market. And it's interesting for a lot of reasons, because this is getting bigger and bigger, and you can see it on all the macroeconomics. We also we gained our investment grade, so all the funds from abroad are also coming to invest in Greece. How about here? We can see that the banks right now have a 220 billion euro deposits, while the loans are only about 110 billion. This means really, really a banking sector that is healthy. And you can see on the digital side that we have 5 million mobile banking users, plus 3.8 million desktop users, and 90% of the transactions in Greece are digital. In the same time, everything is shifting. Digital banks, EU wants to unify all the banking systems, all the transactions to be instant. You can see that the generative AI will help the banks to know how good you are in order to organize what would be the interest for you. So everything is changing in the banking sector as well. A lot of M&As. You can see in all sectors, mergers and acquisitions are in the top high. And we can see some of the biggest that happened. For example, with Enel in Romania, PPC actually did the investment, Mytilineos in the Westbridge renewable energy, and banks, of course. So here are some of the top industries. Each industry has its own characteristics, obviously. So shipping, tourism, energy, construction, real estate. The interesting thing is that everything is going well, so you can understand how everything works. Why is shipping important? Because we carry all the merchants. Why is tourism? Because you import money. Why is energy? We all saw the crisis with in the energy. It's what powers everything to move. Regarding Albania, we are the top foreign investor, the third in Bulgaria, top 3 in Romania and Serbia, and we're the top trader with North Macedonia. So we are moving the economy of the area. And this gives an outlook regarding the Greek economy right now. How about the digital? Digital has 8.7 million users. This means that almost all Greece is online right now. And of course, they are in social, and of course, they are mobile. This is an interesting graph for 2 reasons. That they are not just online. Greeks are actually buying and using the internet really, really well. Especially after COVID, they got trained. So now it's a habit to go online, buy online, search online, do everything online. And also in the social media. The time that they spend in a daily basis is 2 hours. So it's the right place to advertise your products or to find new connections, B2B or B2C. And if you see the main reason for using social media, you will see that finding inspiration or finding products to purchase is actually almost more than 1/3 being there for that reason. Let's see a little bit the e-com. 34th largest market, 10 billion. This is going up every year with a rate of 10% CAGR. So you understand that if you invest now, what is coming to the next years? So we see an increase, steady increase in e-commerce penetration. The interesting thing here is that, we are actually in the Balkan area, suddenly jumping into the train. We have a better growth overall in the area, but there is still room to grow. So this makes an opportunity as well, business-wise. Emerging business models like quick commerce, delivery solutions. People have understood that the experience comes not only when you buy it, but how you receive the product, how you receive the service. And of course, suddenly we realized that 3PL is a solution. And actually, it's a serious solution because there are professionals doing that. You don't need to learn everything while you're running an e-commerce site. Regarding GDP, you will see that we are on 5.9%. So it's growing. I remind you that a percentage on the 240 billion euro GDP. And e-commerce, this is a projection, will reach this amount of numbers in the following years. You can see in 2022 to 2023, there was a correction due to COVID, of course. Same with the spend that is happening, same with the shoppers. Greece right now is on 70%, and if you see compared to other Balkan areas, we have a little bit better position. This is an opportunity. The area is growing, so let's take advantage of this. What does, what are the top drivers for the consumers? So, of course, it's the free delivery. This, for some reason, drives everyone crazy, even if the prices are not right. And then you can see a little bit of how it breaks down. The thing is that the consumer is acknowledging what the e-commerce stores are doing. So they have their eye there, and they are aware. Top categories. This hasn't changed much from the last years, but you get an idea. Fashion is steadily at the top. Electronics, food, toys. You get the idea. And we're on the 25th position regarding the volume of the e-commerce shops. Romania is a little bit better, 117,000, but you can see in total how the market works. Now, this is how they buy. The interesting here is that give an idea that at least once per 2 weeks, there is a purchase from the 90% of the users that are online, which are the 90% of the population. So having a lot of ways to get paid is important. This is back to 2022. We don't have data for 2023, but these are the top sellers. And these are the top marketplaces. There is a huge fight, even though we don't have as many as Hungary, as we saw yesterday. But reality is that the fighting there is immense. They are throwing a lot of money into R&D and new ways to service the client. 1/3 of the Greeks are searching first from a marketplace in order to buy something. Just to give you an idea of the dynamic of the market, these are real numbers from our clients in Generation Y. So for example, in the e-pharmacies, we have some pharmacies that go to up 1.5 million euro revenue per month, not per year. In fashion, easily 500,000 euro per month. And in publications, books and so on, and 8,000 euro. So this is indicatively a scale. What can you expect? What is the dynamic of the market? Now, there are many different trends regarding payment. But the reality is that the most, unfortunately, favorite one is still pay on delivery. Security still is a problem. Cybersecurity is a rising concern for all CEOs across Europe. Same thing in Greece. So, making the consumer feeling safe and making the consumer that he understands what he buys, how he buys it, when he will get it, the product is very important because this is one of the drawbacks for someone to buy or not to buy. Now, our fourth stop is how to adapt. So we have to see how we take advantage of the big data. We have the big data. How do we transform them into smart data? Because it is unstructured right now, a lot of companies. The systems are not integrated, so they don't know how to utilize them in order to make a better and a more efficient way on targeting and advertising your products or services to the clients. So how do we go from chaos to a meaningful insight? So it's important to adopt new technologies. It's important to see how you will make your development sustainable in a growing market, and what are the strategies that you can apply. Let's see what are some of the most famous right now. E-commerce, even the small stores, are actually right now doing experiments with all these technologies. We ourselves are also bringing a lot of products from abroad. We are actually cooperating, for example, with Releva here in Bulgaria, and we bring it in Greece. But one of the biggest is AI-powered personalization. Because the consumer, actually Visa, I think, did a research, and they asked, are you okay to get advertisements that are personalized? 97% said yes, and 99% of the millennials or younger said, I would give even more data in order to have even more personalized advertisements. Voice-powered shopping is also a big thing for some reason. So what's important in this slide? It is to understand that if you don't adapt, if you don't be in a mode, if you are not in a mode that you search and you see what is happening out there in the world, then how can you compete? So you need a partner that can actually navigate you through all the choices that are now happening. There is a tornado of new things due to the AI that is coming, and we need to see what is actually making rich, not with EA, but with I, rich. How do we get rich through e-commerce? All these tools are helping. This is from Deloitte. 30% of the companies are actually trying to pioneer. 35% are kind of experimental, in experimental mode, and 30% are followers. And this is interesting because 3 in 5 IT firms are anticipating to aid other sectors. So the market is changing because suddenly, due to the scarcity of the personnel, we're trying to see how we can help all other sectors to grow digitally. Digital transformation still is one of the top concerns of the CEOs. Later on, we will have on the panel Code Hub, who actually has this mission. How do you bridge the gap of the scarcity of the tech personnel in order to, become more digital, become more innovative? So yes, talent management is a pain. I'm happy to say that the market has understood that logistics is a very important integrated part of e-commerce. It provides the experience, as I said earlier. And now, a lot of investments are happening. You can see that the trends have robotics coming in, advanced analytics. Everything is getting smarter and smarter. And there are companies that do warehousing and transportation. In Greece, most of the companies do both. I'm happy to say that we have also here Orbistream from 𝐵𝐼𝐻. We will talk also in the panel in a little bit, who is actually the industry leader in Greece, and not only in the area. Now, the lack of infrastructure still is a problem, because how can you transfer fast and efficiently, if you don't have good roads, good ports, airports? I have to say that we are lacking this. Why? We have 54% of the population saying they are happy with their couriers, with last-mile services. And as I said, we are lucky because the country is actually investing, if this would work, into modernizing, airports, roads. There are a lot of heavy investments happening right now in Greece. Not only from the public sector, but also from the private sector. As I said, of 𝐵𝐼𝐻 employees are more than 2,500, a lot of capacity there, and they are streamlining the operation. In Sofia, in Romania, and of course in Greece, there are hubs, and everything becomes faster, more automated. We go into a new era. So we have a seamless integrated platform. We have to take care of the regulatory environment. This is interesting because, in reality, taxation in Greece, corporate tax is on 22 to 24%, but on dividends, it's only 5%. So you can get your profit in your pocket very, very economically, affordably. In the same time, everything is improving. You know how GDPR works. It's respected in Greece. And in general, we are following the European Union regulatory, which makes it safe for both the companies and the consumers. Now, there are a lot of, we have a pro-business government, so a lot of initiatives that are actually helping digital. Just to give you an idea, the government digitized everything, so you can get your license, you can get everything is now digital. You just send an SMS, you put your code, you get your papers. No more lines, no more tiring, boring, money-consuming public sector. And a lot of programs are coming. If I recall correctly, over 8 million distinct citizens have utilized gov.gr service, so the whole population is going digital. This is training the population how to trust and work digitally. So it's another incentive to invest in Greece. So what's the destination? We have a booming economy right now in Greece, with a growing penetration of internet and e-commerce, a government that is digitalizing everything, so the government is training the people, the logistics are being better and better every day, and of course, the purchasing habits are getting more consumer-oriented. As I said earlier, consumerism is on the high rise. And what do we understand on the journey? That we go from awareness of our product, of our company, to the acquisition, then to delivery, and then to retention. But do you know what's the reality? It's not about enhancing, but it's essential, the customer journey. It's not about awareness, it's about purpose. What do you need to buy? What service or what product? It's not about acquisition. It's about experience. It's not about delivery. It's about service. And it's about loyalty. So I hope I have helped by giving an idea of the landscape. And I want to invite you to see how we can cross-border do business, how you can invest actually in Greece, how you can grow your stores and your business working on Greece with Greece. And we are here to help you on that. Now, I would like to invite 3 people. One is Gerasimos Marakis from 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐸𝐻𝐵𝐸, who is the e-commerce C-level specialist and warehouses. He will say everything here. Yannis Nikolakopoulos, who is the CEO, co-CEO of CodeHub, will talk about talent retention, and 𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐵, who is on Generation Y, the head of business development. Thank you, and let's enjoy a little bit the panel.